Hey, it's me. Hey, it's me. I know it's weird call, but I was in the area.
Your voicemail plays while I'm waiting for the train. Pink and blue reflections dancing in the puddles by my feet. Water dripping from the broken tap, keeping perfect time. I save every voice note that you send me. Delete the text but keep the way you laugh. 3 months since we said we're just figuring it out, but your sweater's still hanging in my closet like a question mark. Wanna grab coffee, nothing serious, just coffee. That's how it started on a Tuesday afternoon. Now I'm counting subways back to your apartment, wondering if rebounders can learn to tell the truth. You said I was thinking about that movie night when we argued over which rom-com made us cry. Your fingers trace patterns on my shoulder while the credits rolled, and I forgot to wonder why. I keep replaying how you hold me when I'm breaking. Not like you're trying to fix anything, just like you know sometimes people fall apart, and that's okay. We don't need reasons or a ring. Maybe we should talk about what this is, but then you put on that playlist from July, the one with songs that make us dance in your kitchen, and sudden labels feel like saying goodbye. I typed, I think I'm falling, then erase this. Go through photos of us laughing at 2 a.m. The way you look at me like I'm not complicated, like my mess is just a pattern you don't mind. Your coffee mug beside mine on the counter, pink LED strips making everything feel warm. Stay 5 more minutes, we can save the morning, and I'm learning hearts can heal inside a storm. So when you ask, are you okay with taking it slow, I nod and mean it for the very first time. Sometimes the best love stories start with friendship, and maybe that's exactly what you are to mine. Water's still dripping, that same rhythm. Trains are riding, but I'm not getting on. I'm walking back up those subway platform steps to tell you that I think we're writing our own song. 마인사서 애써준 거군. Exit 자우봉 on my lips, you're fixing your head in the mirror. We moved since that coffee shop, I pretended not to notice. I changed your style like seasons, always catching me off guard. I'm marvelous the way you laugh at your own jokes. It's got above your left eyebrow that you got it 7. My parents keep asking why I'm always on my phone. They wouldn't understand this game, so I keep it hidden. This isn't working anymore, 'cause that last Tuesday, but here we are again, sharing secrets in the hallway. You told me you're afraid of butterflies, something about their ways. I whispered back my fear of being ordinary, of TikTok healing. You're back, that headset teaching from the arcade we went to. I still have the photo booth strips tucked in my wallet. You text me random thoughts at 2 a.m. about constellations. I save them all, be reading when I can't sleep. My mom thinks I'm too young to know what I want, but when you brush the rain from my jacket shoulder, I feel older than the mountains rising in the textbooks, like trying to tell us how we should be feeling. The school hallway echoes with 1,000 conversations, but yours is the only voice that makes me stop and listen. You draw little hearts on my notebook margins. I pretend it's just friendship while my chest burns bright. But what the heck, we're making this too complicated. Stunning by your walkers, combination 180723. I wanna say yes, wanna say let's run away together. And some I just nod and follow you to chemistry class. But something's shifting in the way you look at me, like you're seeing past the walls I built so carefully. Maybe love isn't something past me to approve. Maybe this is just tenderness. 1 year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs on these singeing stairs where everything began. A protein shake bottle clinks against the rail. Sweet almond croissant pieces mark my nervous hands. I used to time my workouts just to catch your glance. Treadmill 7:30, weeks at 1/4 You'd smile through the mirror, I pretend to stretch while plotting conversation that would make us last. This is the moment everything changes. You whisper when I finally said hello. The notebook filled with doodles of my name, margins dancing with hearts I'd never know. But somewhere between your laugh and my confusion, I lost myself in trying to be yours. Started skipping holes to sighing hair brunette, became a version I don't recognize anymore. The electricity when our fingers first touched. Your thumb tracing circles on my wrist so light, but I was drowning in this person I created, fighting mirrors that reflected someone else's life. Do you even know how you are anymore? My sister asked while I practiced your favorite song. I realized I've been performing for an audience somewhere, forgetting the girl I loved before you came along. So here I stand with crumbs between my fingers, same stairs but different heart inside my chest. I love the way you doodle in those margins, but I need to love myself before the rest. See, 5 more minutes echoes in my memory, but some boundaries need building before we fall. I'm learning that loving you means loving me first, finding balance in this beautiful lexicon. Your coffee order memorized, my playlist rearranged, but my own drink can't be the price I pay. Maybe we'll find our way back to each other when I remember who I am beneath this sweet display. The pastry shop across the street plays our first song. I smile and let the crumbs fall where they may. One year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs. Yeah, 1 year later. 1 year later. 1 year later. Whoa, yeah. 1 year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs. 1 year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs. 1 year later, yeah, yeah, yeah. 1 year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs. 1 year later, 1 year later, 1 year later. 1 year later, I'm counting past. 1 year later, I'm counting pastry crumbs. I'm counting pastry crumbs. 1 year later. Your protein shake bottle clinks. I'm counting you. And do you ever think about us to watch the cursor blink? Deleted every word before I hit send. My silver ring spinning around my finger. The waves crash is the pier where we used to sit and laugh. Your hand would find Wonder if you still order that weird matcha thing. Your jacket's probably hanging in someone else's closet now, but I still smell your cologne when the wind shifts just right. I wish things were different, that's what I should have said instead of, okay, I understand. The click of your apartment door closing behind me still echoes in my chest when I'm trying to sleep. Last week I saw you at the bookstore holding someone's hands. My chest went tight, but then I smiled and waved. You look surprised, maybe a little sad, but we both know some doors don't open twice. I'm learning how to miss you less each morning. Delete your number from my recent calls, but keep the screenshots of our late night conversations hidden in a folder marked someday maybe. Tonight I'll type, I hope you're happy, and actually hit send, because loving someone sometimes means letting go. The beach looks different now without our footprints, but the sunset's still beautiful just for different eyes. Just for different eyes. Hey there, stranger, but my voice shakes standing on this tiny stage with my guitar. The playlist shuffling through our favorite mistakes while I pretend I don't know where you are. 3 months now we're learning how to sleep alone, counting sheep instead of counting down the days. Your pillow's just a pillow, not a home, but muscle memory still saves your space. I wrote your number 17 times today, deleted every digit, every try. You had me at the door, you used to say. Now doors just open, close, no more goodbyes. The crowd is waiting for my usual sound, but tonight I'm singing something they don't know about empty beds and how they weigh you down, about the silence after letting go. My fingers find the chords without my mind, the melody that used to make you smile. I used to text at midnight, now I find I'd rather call the void and wait a while. He gets quieter when hurt, that's what you said. Guess you were right about that little thing. So here I am with nightmare ghosts instead. A phone call that will make my heart still ring. The anniversary I try to forget came and went like any Tuesday does. No flowers, no regrets, no safety net, just coffee for one and what it was. But something shifts when strangers start to sway to this confession wrapped in major key. Maybe broken hearts can find a way to dance alone and still feel kind of free. I pack my guitar, the crowd begins to leave. One woman stops and says, I felt that too. Sometimes the songs we sing to just believe become the bridge between me and you. Not you, the ghost that haunts my 2 a.m., but you, the person I'm becoming now, who sleeps through nights and doesn't need to pretend that empty beds are lonely anyhow. Same time next week, the owner has me grinning. I nod and step into the cooling air. For once it feels a lot like I'm winning this game of learning how to not quite care. The playlist shuffles to a different song, one that doesn't carry all your weight. Maybe I've been getting it all wrong. Maybe letting go isn't about hate, but finding peace in Tuesday anniversaries and coffee mugs that hold just what they should, and stages where my shaky voice can be the soundtrack to feeling understood. La da 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 da. Can't seem to find the words, you mumble to the floor while the tattoo needle hums and the taste blood from my bitten lip. The artist asks if I'm okay, I'm not but can't ignore how you ordered my usual by mistake at that coffee shop. Vanilla latte with extra foam, you handed it to me. you text feeling sick, and 20 minutes pass. You're at my door with soup and medicine, umbrella dripping wet, just in case it rains on someone else. You say with that shy laugh, the extra one you carry like you're always placing bets on moments just like this, when someone might need cover, when the storm hits unexpected and they're caught without defense. You see me completely runny nose and messy hair. Don't hover, just hand me tissues, make me tea. Your presence makes perfect sense. I'm writing you this letter in the tattoo parlor chair, the needle spelling out the date we met by accident, not fate or destiny, just copy orders in the air. But sometimes wrong turns lead to places we were meant. The ink is drying on my skin, permanent like how I feel about your Tuesday morning visits and your just in case umbrella, about the way you never asked me to be something real, but showed up anyway, my accidental coffee fella. Say 5 more minutes written in my messy hand. The words I couldn't say, but hoped you'd somehow understand. Yeah. Rain on concrete, that familiar scent. Basketball court where we first pretended. Still morning mouth, you offered me a gum. Said play along just until the weekend. Your friends believe it when you take my hand. Mine roll their eyes, but they don't understand. 2 weeks of acting, fooling everyone. You walk traffic side like you always done. Just for the dance, then we'll call it off. But somewhere between the jokes and coffee shop, my heart forgot this was all make-believe. When you fixed my hair, said don't ever leave. Now every stage kiss feels too real to fake. Every scripted laugh makes my chest ache. We're so good at this charade we made that I can't tell where the acting fades. Thursday morning gym class, running laps. You slip me notes during a fake romance. Meet me later by the corner store, but we both know what we're really there for. The conversation that we keep avoiding, all these feelings that we're both enjoying. Dancing around what we're too scared to say, while our friends think it's all just child's play. I never stop caring, you whisper low, standing by lockers in the empty hall. The exact moment that I finally know to stop being pretend 3 weeks ago. Your nervous laugh when I take your face. Say what if we don't have to fake it? All the stolen moments, secret smiles. Maybe we've been real for quite a while. So here we are, no more pretending games, no more contracts with expiration dates. What started as a lie became the truth. 2 hearts that found their way through. No regrets about the way we started, just grateful that we never parted. From fake to real, we found our way and chose to love and choose to stay. Yeah. Keys turning in the lock, but you're already gone. Ice cube melting in my palm from the vending machine. Your gym bag's imprint still pressed in the leather seat. You're around, I guess echoing off these concrete walls. Polaroids scattered on my dashboard like confetti. Each one a moment when we didn't know we need proof. You're fixing my hair tie before the photo snap. Me stealing your hoodie, claiming it looked better on me. The silence is different when it's meant to hurt. No good morning text, no random 2 p.m. call. I know you fall asleep with the TV on for company, while I'm here counting all the words we didn't say. just a weather alert. But for a second, my heart did that jumping thing, the way it used to when you double tap my photos. Send me songs that reminded you of rainy Tuesdays. All the ticket stubs from the terrible movie. You said the popcorn was better than the plot. We made our own entertainment in the back row, whispering commentary until someone shushed us. I'm learning the difference between missing someone and missing the idea of not being alone. You taught me that love isn't just falling, it's a daily choice to stay and build something real. So when you texted, can we talk at midnight? I didn't overthink the punctuation this time, because some silences are meant to be broken, and some stories deserve a different ending. Your laugh became my favorite sound, even when it's just a memory playing loud in the quiet space between what we were and what we're choosing now. Yeah, yeah. Keys in the lock and this time you're here. Ice cream instead of ice cubes in our palms, taking new Polaroids to scatter on the dashboard, choosing each other deliberately again. Sarah, are you really leaving up in this dusty attic space? Old guitar strings and faded photographs, your soft hoodie sleeve against my face. Boxes packed with dreams we put together, guns for tickets from our first real date. You got that job offer in December, but choosing us means choosing to wait. I can hear you smiling through the phone when I tell you stupid jokes at 2 a.m. Save the last bite of your favorite scone, 'cause you know I love the way you share again. Dancing around these cardboard towers, heart on the floor, head on the floor. Should I follow you to different hours? Stay here, wonder what we're fighting for. You always keep that extra piece for me, the corner of your toast, the final sip. Small gestures that make my heart believe we're worth more than any career trip. What if I stay just one more year? You whisper while we sort through all this mess. Your dreams are calling, but I'm standing here in your oversized hoodie, such a mess. These walls have heard our midnight conversations, planning futures that we swore we'd chase. Now we're facing different destinations, but love finds its own time and place. Maybe distance doesn't mean we're over. Maybe growth can happen side by side. Pack your bags, but keep me on your shoulder. I'll be cheering from this small town pride. I can hear you smiling when I call to tell you how my day went, what I ate. Distance makes the heart grow strong, not small. Some love stories are just worth the wait. Your hoodie fabric soft between my fingers, warmer hug before you drive away. But in my chest your laughter always lingers, and I save the last bite anyway. My heartbeat pounding as I coast downhill, handlebars slipping from these sweaty palms. Your favorite book beside me, pages marked with dog-eared quotes about love that stings. The coffee shop's glass with winter breath. I trace your name, then wipe it clean away. 3 missed calls to texts I'll never send. I think about you constantly, I type delete. You said my parents were right, I'm just 17. Too young to know what forever really means, but in that second before our first kiss, time stopped like laundry spinning endlessly. The old TV above these washing machines plays music videos of girls who look like me, dancing through their heartbreak, bright and free, while I sit folding clothes and memories. We should probably talk about this thing, but I keep riding past your street instead, making loops around the neighborhood until the words I need start forming clear. Your coffee mug still holds its bitter cold. 3 weeks of silence going thick between the space where we once shared our secret jokes and whisper plans for Christmas Eve together. Say 5 more minutes, echoes in my head. That night you almost said you loved me too, before my phone buzzed with my mother's text. Reminder that some rules can't bend for you. me. But now I see it's more like morning steam that fogs the glass, then slowly clears away. So here I am, still cycling through the cold with condensation dripping from my breath, ready to knock upon your front door and say the words that set us both free. I'm sorry that we had to learn so young that timing matters more than how we feel. But maybe in a year or two from now, we'll find each other when the coast is clear. Until then, I'll keep riding down this hill with music playing loud inside my chest. No longer hiding from the truth that we know. Some love is worth the wait. Some love, let's go. Rain hits the garden party corner where I'm hiding with my phone. 7,000 miles between us, but you text me getting coffee. I watch him laugh at something on his screen, won't tell his friends, while I'm pretending not to check if you're still typing. 3 months of blurry video calls and wish you were here. Your voice cuts out when you say my name, connection's getting weak. He keeps asking why I smile at random texts throughout the day, but some secrets feel too fragile for the daylight. I felt that you wrote after I sent that photo of the street we walked down when you visited. Now it's just hot concrete steaming in the summer rain, and me wondering if distance kills or strengthens. 2 a.m. your time, you're walking home from work, I'm eating breakfast, calculating when you wake. We used to share the same sky, breathe the same air. Now I'm learning love through pixelated screens. But when you call me beautiful at 3 p.m. on Tuesday or 4 a.m. Thursday morning, half asleep but thinking of me. The sunset says everything we can't quite say, makes every mile feel like it's just pretend. My friends say, how do you know it's real when you never held hands in the same time zone? But your laugh sounds the same through scratchy speakers, and you remember how I take my tea. Stay 5 more minutes, even when your battery's dying, even when your boss is calling, when your train's about to leave. You choose me in those small moments nobody else can see, and suddenly the distance doesn't feel so heavy. I'm learning fierce tenderness with myself for loving someone I can only hold through glass, for believing in something I can't quite touch but feels more real than anything I've known. So when he asks again why I smile at my phone, I'll tell him about the boy who sends me sunrise photos from tomorrow, who loves me brave across the ocean, approves that some things grow stronger when they're stretched. Rain stops falling on the concrete, steam rises up like all the words we're saving for when we're together. 7,000 miles of longing, learning, choosing this impossible, beautiful, digital devotion. Why do you always leave your dishes in the sink? Rain streaks down the glass while we sit here in silence. I count my steps from couch to kitchen door. 23, 24, like I always do when nervous. You turn away, arms crossed like armor. You always do this, flips out before I catch it. But I remember how you smiled at the corner cafe when the barista wrote your name wrong on purpose. I pretended not to notice you that first day, hiding behind my question marks in a row. Oh, I watch you fold your favorite sweater, the one that smells like vanilla, and brave decisions. I brought you soup, you said, when I was sick last winter. Chicken noodle from a can, but it tasted like heroin. Your fingers cold from walking in the December air, counting steps from your apartment to mine. The argument fades when I see your suitcase, half packed like you're still deciding. Where will you go? I finally whisper. Anywhere but here sounds like goodbye. But you stop at the doorway, hand on the frame. Come with me, hangs in the air like hope. I think about my job, my leave, my careful plans. Then I think about your laughing crowded places. Rain keeps falling, but something shifts inside. I grab my coat from the chair where you left it. 25 steps to the car, I count out loud. You smile like you remember why that matters. Oh, 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 The radio plays our song from that coffee shop where strangers became something more. I quit everything that kept me scared and small. Your hand finds mine as we drive toward maybe. Butterflies are turning as I round the corner late. Snow falling on my shoulders, no umbrella running late. Your soft hoodie catches raindrops, sharing space beneath. I came back for you, you whisper and I can barely breathe. 2 a.m. I send you memes, hoping that you're still awake. Grocery store receipts and inside jokes for both our sake. But Sarah got promoted while I'm counting registered change. Michael's got his wedding ring and I still feel so strange. Dancing in the crosswalk, traffic lights, a disco ball. You spin me past the coffee shop where we used to call. Stay 5 more minutes, echoes in my winter coat. Your laugh becomes my favorite song, every silly note. Standing still while everyone's rushing past our view. Falling asleep mid-conversation, perfectly content, it's true. Your fingers trace patterns on my sleeve, so worn and thin. This moment tastes like cinnamon, I'm starting over again. Used to think I wasn't good enough to hold your hand. Now I'm carrying butterflies, I finally understand. Snow melting on your glasses as you look at me and smile. Maybe being stuck means learning how to stay a while. Puddles on the pavement mirror back our silly grins. Two people sharing shelter as a new story begins. Your pocket holds my phone number, mine holds your spare key. Sometimes the station's not for leaving, it's where you're meant to be. I came back for you, replaying like my favorite tune. Dancing past the flowers, stand beneath December's moon. Butterflies returning, but they're different than before. Now they're not just nervous, they're excited to explore.
Hey, it's me. I know you're probably busy, but I just wanted to hear your voice. The voicemail echoes down these sterile halls, mint chapstick on my lips from nervous habit. Your number is still saved as maybe.
Coffee shop on Tuesday, you're 3 tables back, pretending not to notice how you stir counterclockwise, just like he used to. But your laugh is different, higher, More careful, like you're testing it out. Are we making a mistake? You risk comparing notes on broken hearts and second chances. You get quieter when hurt. I'm learning the way your voice drops, shoulders curl inward. But then you smile at my terrible joke about hospital coffee. Something genuine breaks through for the first time. Not performed, not practiced, just real. And I think maybe we're both tired of being careful. Your fingers tap the table in patterns I don't recognize. Different rhythm than his restless energy. You ask if I believe in timing, I say I believe in right now. The crosswalk light holds us in place. Red hand blinking like a heartbeat. You're close enough, I can smell your cologne. Clean and warm, nothing like memory. I typed his name, deleted it, typed yours instead. The confession hangs between us like morning mist. Your eyes widen, then so thin. I've been doing that for weeks. We're making small talk about weather, but your knee brushes mine under the table. Accidental touches that feel like questions, and I keep finding reasons to lean closer. The barista calls out orders we didn't place, but we stay frozen in this moment where everything could change with one word, and we're both too scared and too hopeful to say it. Your phone buzzes, his name lighting up the screen. You decline the call without looking. I think I'm ready. You say quietly, ready for what? I ask, though I already know. Ready for different coffee orders and new inside jokes. Ready for someone who laughs at your stories. Ready to stop comparing every touch to ghosts of what used to be. The light finally changes, we cross together. Your hand finds mine in the space between, and for the first time in months, the future feels possible again. Rain on concrete fills the air as I lace up these rental shoes. Fluorescent lights bounce off the polished lanes. Your last letter's in my pocket, 3 months of words I never thought I'd need. I only came because they asked, you said, but here you are anyway. Strike one and you're laughing at my form. Your hands show me how to hold the ball just right. All those late night messages feel different when you're standing close. I can hear you cracking knuckles, nervous habit I know from type confessions. Did you really mean what you wrote about Tuesday mornings? The question hangs between us like the smell of nachos and old carpet. Your eyes search mine for something real beneath the playful banter. I've been burned before by promises that dissolve like sugar in rain. Frame 7 and I'm still missing every pin. You slide closer on the plastic bench, shoulder to touching shoulder. The pen pal version of you was safer, wrapped in careful words. But this version laughs too loud and steals my prize without asking. I was scared you'd be different. I whispered during someone else's turn. The air conditioning kicks in, raising goosebumps on my arms. You pull up your hoodie, drape it over me without a second thought. 3 months of letters couldn't capture how you notice everything. The scoreboard shows we're both terrible at this game, but somewhere between gutter balls and shared embarrassment, I realized I've been holding my breath since you walked in. Your voice matches the one I imagined, reading every word you sent. I need this slips out before I can stop it. Need what you ask, picking up your ball for the final frame. This, you, all of it. The words echo louder than pins crashing down. You missed the spare on purpose, I think. Come sit beside me as other players pack up their shoes. I drove 4 hours to be terrible at bowling with you. Your smile feels like coming home to a place I've never been. The arcade games blink and chime around us, but I'm focused on how you fold my letters, smooth the creases. I've read every single one you sent me. You admit they're in my car if you want proof this is real. Outside, the rain has stopped, but the smell lingers. You walk me to my car, hands in pockets, suddenly shy again. Same time next week. You asked, though we both know the answer. I'm already planning what I'll write in tomorrow's letter. from the person they were always meant to become. Lighting a candle in the movie theater lobby, the music from the arcade bleeding through the wall. I'm practicing what I'll say when you call, but my phone just buzzes with notifications from everyone else. 3 months since you walked away, your favorite hoodie hanging by my door. I keep checking if you've seen my story, standing on my tiptoes just to reach the top shelf, like I used to do when you were here. You're making this harder than it needs to be. That's what you said before you left. Now I'm dancing to a song alone in grocery store aisles at 2 p.m. grabbing ingredients for the ramen you love. Your last message still showing in preview. See you later, but later never came. I draft replies I'll never send. Delete them like I'm erasing what we had, but muscle memory keeps me checking twice. The barista knows my order now. Extra shot, no phone, the way you hate it. I'm learning to like bitter things, building walls from all the words we didn't say. But they crumble when your name lights up my screen. So I'm making your favorite meal tonight, burning garlic like I always do, setting the table for one this time, dancing barefoot in my kitchen to the rhythm of moving on. Maybe healing sounds like laughter, maybe growing feels like this, taking up the space you left behind, learning I don't need to stand on tiptoes to reach the life I'm meant to live. The candle's burning lower now, music fading from the other room. I blow out the flame and smile. Tomorrow I'll try a different recipe, one that tastes like just me. Parking lot at midnight, engine running low. Half asleep on the overnight bus, your head against my shoulder. Breath catches when you laugh at my terrible joke about gas station coffee. It's not what you think, you whisper, but your fingers find mine anyway. Summer air through cracked windows, your playlist humming soft. All those songs you made me but never hit send. Now we're sharing earbuds like we're 17 again. But I know you got walls built from all the ones who left. You make me feel like dancing in fluorescent light, like maybe broken hearts can learn to beat in time. When you get my weird humor, when you don't pretend, I could fall so easy, but I know where this ends. Stay 5 more minutes, almost say it out loud, but you're already pulling back, checking your phone, creating distance in the space between our seats, like you're afraid of what might grow if we get close. Your jacket smells like midnight drives and second chances, but I've learned to love with open hands. Won't chase what doesn't wanna be caught, even when it feels like coming home. 3 a.m. and you're typing and deleting every word. I see the dots appear and disappear. Whatever you can't say, I understand. Some people love in fragments, not in whole. You make me feel like dancing in fluorescent light, like maybe broken hearts can learn to beat in time. When you get my weird humor, when you don't pretend, I could fall so easy, but I know where this ends. So I'll take these stolen moments, memorize your laugh, the way you scrunch your nose when you're thinking hard, how you hum along to songs you claim to hate. These small infinities are more than some hearts get. Buds pulled into morning, time to let you go. This was nice, you say, like we just shared some tea, not like we almost crossed the Exhaustion is like a freight train at 2 a.m. This hotel lobby's cold metal bench won't let me forget. Your navy suit, my borrowed heels, clicking marble floors. We were strangers assigned to table 12. Nice weather for a wedding, you said with that half smile. I laughed aloud and nothing. Champagne making me brave. Your pocket full, just something square. Later learned it's an umbrella, just in case the forecast light, just in case I need a saving. The DJ played our song before we had one. Your hand found mine during the father's speech. We swayed like we'd done this 1,000 times before. Two busy strangers pretending time could pause. Was any of it real? I whispered by the fountain. You checked your phone, 3 missed calls from work. I had a flight to catch at dawn. You in meetings in the morning, but your eyes stayed on my lips a second too long. We snuck away from rights and cheers and camera flashes. Found ourselves behind the chapel in the garden. You offered me a jacket, I declined a step closer. The way you looked at me could stop the world from spinning. I've got conference calls a week. You said I'm traveling for the next month straight. I replied, we both knew this was borrowed time and fancy clothes, but kissed anyway beneath the string lights. Your Uber came first, mine followed 10 minutes later. We exchanged numbers knowing we'd never really called. Too many time zones, too many obligations waiting. But I kept your business card tucked in my phone case. Now when I pass hotels with marble lobbies, I think of navy suits and half smiles. How strangers can become almost lovers in one evening. How some connections are meant to be beautiful and brief. You probably don't remember the song that made us dance, or how I fixed your crooked boot and hear it twice. But sometimes I wonder if you still carry umbrellas for people who might need saving on rainy days. We were perfectly wrong for each other's busy lives, but perfectly right for one stolen Saturday night. Anger bubbles up inside my chest tonight. Sitting on this couch where you left your blanket. My hands are shaking slightly as I hold the letter from your mama about the wedding plans. You set 2 alarms because I sleep through mine, but now I'm wide awake at 3 a.m. Thinking how your Sunday prayers and my Saturday doubts never seem to find a common ground. I think about you constantly, you said, but constantly wasn't enough to bridge the space between your steeple and my questions. The way your family looked at me like sin. I used to bite my tongue during dinner grace, pretend I knew the words they sang in church. Your father's eyes would narrow when I stumble through verses I had never learned by heart. Dancing in your childhood bedroom felt like stealing something sacred that was never meant for me. The cross above your bed, a silent witness to all the ways I'd never measure up. But here's the thing about the bravery of being soft. Sometimes it means admitting you're not right for someone's carefully constructed life, even when it tears your world apart. I'm gathering every photo, every note, the ticket stubs for movies we both loved, your playlist that I memorized by heart, the sweater that still smells like your cologne. Stay 5 more minutes, echoes in my head, but 5 more minutes turn to 5 more months of trying to be someone I could never be in spaces where I never quite belong. Tonight I light a match and watch them burn, these fragments of a love that couldn't grow in soil that wasn't meant for seeds like ours. No matter how we watered them with hope, the flames dance higher as I drop the letter. last love letter that you wrote me in December, when snow was falling and we still believed that wanting something badly made it true. I'm learning there's a freedom in release, in choosing truth over comfort and pretend. The ashes scatter on this winter wind, and I can finally breathe again. Tomorrow I'll wake up without your alarms, make coffee for just one and sing off key to songs that don't need harmony to soar, just like I don't need fixing anymore. The blankets folded neatly on your side, but I'm not waiting for you to come home. I'm building something